today I wanted to talk about who actually is that empath mom that we keep on talking about. And especially for those of you who checked the box that said, I'm not sure if I'm an empath, I just want to find out. So here you go. So being an empath, psychologically speaking, is part of a certain feature or a set of features which are called high sensitivity. And high sensitivity, highly sensitive people, it is a thing in psychology. It was research started in the 90s, so it's not something really old, but also not something really new in psychology research, because, well, of course, highly sensitive humans have been around for since the species. So it's something innate, and it's about 15 to 20% of all people have that trait, and it's very different in every person. So some people are more sensitive, sensory speaking, like loud sounds or bright light. It may make us overstimulated very easily. Some people, highly sensitive people, have very fine senses, which means they are master musicians, like maestros, who can hear very slight differences in tone or in loudness, in volume. Also, a very different kind of highly sensitive people is those who are emotionally sensitive. And here is where empaths appear. So some people say that highly sensitive people and empaths is the same thing. Some people say empaths are further on the spectrum. Some people say it's just a specific kind of high sensitivity. My two kids are also highly sensitive, and they're totally different. My daughter is more of an empath, while my son is more of a sensory overstimulated type of high sensitivity. But he's also very emotionally fragile, so to speak. So it's really hard to tell. He's definitely an introvert, so it's hard to tell what he actually thinks and feels in a given situation. So there's a little bit more work to be done in this area. Highly sensitive people. So for example, if you walk through a tall grass and you feel itchy on your legs, that might indicate you're highly sensitive. If you cut off labels of your clothes and your kids ask you to cut off labels of their clothes, that's also another trait. So all those things can mean you are highly sensitive. Being an empath also means you find it easier to sense the emotions of other people. Every human being can do that, but we find it much more easier. It's kind of natural to us that we do that we feel the emotions. Like you walk into a room and you notice on the spot that there's something wrong going on, or that someone is celebrating something. So you sense that. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish which emotions are yours and which emotions come from other people. And this starts to create problems because we take on too much. We tend to become people pleasers, because when others feel good, we sense that and we feel good ourselves. So it's only natural that we have that tendency to become people pleasers. Okay, so being an empath mom, being a mom in general, is overstimulating. It's putting a lot on one person. And if you are an empath, you can sense the emotions of the child, of yourself, off all those people who expect so much from you. So it's really like an emotional chaos. Parenting as an empath mom, and how that is different than parenting if you're not an empath, because there are very visible differences. Some things that when I actually realized them, it was like a totally, like, an aha moment, something clicked. And finally I found a way to actually tap into that and turn it from something that can only like overwhelm me and overstimulate me into something that can actually help me become a better mom, because being an empath is actually a superpower.